Hey everyone, welcome to Looking Up. This is a podcast for Christian women. Today we're going to have a good time because we're sharing some more of our favorite things. So, if you're listening, you won't get to see them. We usually do a little bit of a show and tell with these episodes. If you're watching, you'll get to see everything, but we're still going to have a good time. These always seem to go over well. Just want to say right up front again, none of this is sponsored. We are not affiliates in any way. We're just sharing them because they're things we like and we think it's fun to share them. So we look forward to that. But before then, Carla, how are you doing? I guess I should tell everybody who we are. In case they're listening in for the first time, you're Carla Moore,
Mhm.
Dripping Springs, Texas. I'm Kathy Pollard, Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're just two good friends that get together every week and chat and hopefully encourage everybody listening in to keep looking up no matter what's going on in life. Keep trusting in God. Keep longing for heaven. Encourage others along the way. That's just all we want to do. How are
This
you?
week it might be looking up at the Amazon,
Looking
looking
up
up
some
at the
links.
store shelves, yeah, looking up some links.
Yeah, we do hear typically every time we do this, we do hear from some people that are like, "Oh, this is not good."
Yeah. They're never super expensive things, so
No, no. This whole episode will be something good for you,
yeah,
depending on how you look at it.
yeah. Or bad news, it could be
Or
bad
bad
news,
for
yeah,
you.
bad news
That's
for your
right.
pocketbook, yeah.
Bad news for your marriage.
Oh, we should do a something good, like, favorite things for our husbands, and then they would probably appreciate that.
Yeah, then they'll be like, "Buy it all.
Yeah,
Order it all."
mhm, we should think about that.
Yeah, one could argue that all of these things are because if it makes you happy,
Mhm.
then you're happier toward the people you live with, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's something
That's
faulty in that
terrible.
argument.
That's terrible.
Yeah, we could probably get in trouble for that.
Yeah, don't listen to that. That's
Yeah,
terrible advice.
yeah. Edit. No, gotta leave that in. I'm doing good. We just got back from our annual Moore family fishing trip at the Bend and the bend of the Colorado River. And we go to a place that John's dad and actually John's dad and grandfather and great grandfather, they all grew up romping around in those areas. And anybody who has seen Jordan's video called The Bend would know what I'm talking about. But we it's all of John's his sister and her family and his brother and family, although his brother didn't get to come this year, but the rest of his family did. So there was, I don't know, about 97 kids running around and maybe about 10 adults. It felt like 97 kids. They have the best time though. I mean, that's their cousin catch-up
Yeah,
time and there's a bunch of little girls that are all about the same age, and then there's one that's a little older, and they follow her like the Pied Piper, Brandy's little girl, Ava. But, it was I I'm not a camping girl. I
mhm,
I just didn't grow up camping, tent camping, or any kinda camping, but Jordan's wife, Erin, her parents have an RV, and so we're able to stay with them in this really nice RV, and that makes a big difference to me because there's a toilet, and there's running water, and a hot shower,
mhm.
and so and a place to
Yeah.
retreat when you just need a little silence, so and the rest of them stay in there's a big lodge there. It's called, the Leaning Bluff Lodge because the place across the river is a leaning bluff. But we had fun. Jordan killed a rattlesnake on Thursday night, the first
I
night we were
saw
there.
that.
And,
Ugh.
I mean, on the way,
Mm,
John went separately. He went a little earlier than I did, and I followed him up Thursday afternoon, and I saw 2 snakes cross the road, and I texted everybody, said, "2 snakes already." And then that night
mm.
was when he killed the rattlesnake, and John
Nope.
said so there's the lodge is up on a hill, and there's 2 gravel roads that lead down to the river, and it was stretched across one of those roads, and they were driving down, and John saw it, and he said they stopped real quick, and he hollered back at I guess, at Roland to bring a shovel, and then he said, I thought I taught my son better," but Jordan just ran over there, and he pinned the snake down with the shovel, and John had an axe in the back of the truck, and they whacked his head and, where the venom is in the head, they whacked his head off. They buried the head in a fire ant bed, and then, of course, Jordan skinned the snake and saved the skin, but, it was
Wow.
daunting just to think And then we saw a snake in the water, which to me looked like a water moccasin. Jordan said, "No, it's just a water snake." And I'm like, "I don't care what it is. It's a snake in the water, and my grandkids are in the water." But it's just part of life. They're out there. It's part of this fallen world, and I'm looking forward to not there not being any snakes and things like that. But they had a ball.
Yeah.
They had a ball,
That's
and
that's too many snakes.
yeah, that's and then I
Mm-mm.
saw 2 more dead snakes on the way home when I was driving home.
Mm-mm.
The
Mm-mm.
water was really high this year because there's been so much rain, and so there was one area of where creeks converge into the river, and all of the kids, I mean, they're little. There's I don't know, the smallest one, Clara, probably is the youngest, she's 5, up to about 10. The ones that needed life jackets had life jackets, but they got in the water where it's rapids. I mean, it's rapid water. Jordan stood at the end where it was going into the river, and he caught them. They would just float on their back, and the water took them fast, and he'd catch them and chunk them at the riverbank. Somebody else would catch, and they was just like moving taking one at a time and going around and doing it again. So they had a fun time. I don't really get in the water. I just sit and watch them. So I'm looking for snakes.
That's right. Everybody has their role, Carla.
Yeah, I take mine very seriously.
Yeah,
That was
that
our
would be so fun from a kid's perspective, just
mhm,
that whole experience, hanging out with all the cousins, playing in the water, getting away from all the normal routine of life. Very cool.
unplugging. Yeah, it was
Great
fun.
memories. Yeah.
How was
Mm.
your weekend?
Well, you think that's something? I ran errands.
I like those kind of weekends.
We did go to the Kemp's house. They have, if you remember at Equipped, Brittany does bluegrass beans. That's her
Mhm.
coffee thing that she does. And every now and then they open up their home for a couple of hours for bluegrass beans, and anybody can come.
Yeah.
And she'll fix them a fancy coffee drink, and she'll have some refreshments and cold drinks there and things like that too. So we went by there on Saturday for a little while, and it's really fun. She has the music going and everybody's just kinda visiting and talking. It's just really
Does she
fun.
wanna do
It's
that like a business, or does she just wanna do it for fun?
When I first started talking to her about it, she had mentioned that, it was a thought, but I don't know that that's still on the radar for her because she's, going to school to be a, licensed counselor and stuff,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
but she does it a lot, and some people have asked her to do it for different events
Yeah.
for them, so it might be like a little side hustle or something.
Mhm. Like at weddings or something, that would be kinda fun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So,
Oh,
but, there was a baptism Sunday afternoon, and, this young woman is I think she's a college student, I'm not quite sure her age, but she's young, she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend has a brother, and she's already soul-minded, just looking for ways to influence everybody else, and, so
how
that
did y'all
always
get in
makes
contact with her?
she it was somebody in Russellville that studied with her, and he came down and baptized her, but she lives here, and so she's been visiting at Cumberland Trace, and so she's gonna be worshiping with us, but that's always a highlight, that's the best part of
Yeah.
the best kind of joy, and so that was even though it was a Sunday afternoon, Neil neither Neil nor Hiram had to preach, not had to, got to preach Sunday night because our youth did the whole service.
Mhm.
But it was just one of those afternoons, there was a baptism at 3, there was a wedding shower at 4:30, there was a teachers meeting at 5:15, so it was like
It's a busy, happy
yeah,
event. Yeah.
yeah, all kinds
Good.
of stuff going on, but
Sounds like a good weekend.
yeah, I was gonna share with you guys, I'd forgotten to mention this last time, the last time we chatted, we had just gotten back in town from Florida, and there was this cute little shop we went into, and Neil even mentioned how how sometimes you just happen to meet somebody, and for whatever reason, you can't really put your finger on it, but for whatever reason, you're drawn to them.
Mhm.
Like, you just instantly like them and think, "I wonder what their story is."
Yeah.
"I bet they'd be a good friend," and we both reacted that way to the owner of this shop, and I don't know why, but we walked out of there and we were both he brought it up, and I was like, "I felt the same way."
And which shop
But
was this?
it was just a cute little shop that we there was one day we were in St. Pete. After worship, we went into St. Pete because Neil had heard about this open air market, and
Mhm.
they have, all kinds of, produce and live music and homemade items and homemade bread and all that kinda stuff. Well, anyway, then it's down a couple of streets, and lining those streets are all these cute little shops and restaurants. So this was just one of the shops there. I don't even remember the name of it. It was just this cute little shop that we went in. And, so anyway, they had this essential oils section in the shop, and it caught my attention because it had blends for men's health, which I don't see very often.
Mhm.
Different things that, would be helpful for men for various reasons. And so I kept pulling one off and I'd be like, "Hey, Neil, here's one that's called blah, blah, blah," And he'd go, "Uh-huh." And he just was not interested at
Yeah.
all. Well, then I pulled this one up. This was for women and I went, "Here's one called the menopause roller." And he walked over there and he goes, "You should get that."
It's for men. I'm gonna roll it all over your face.
I know, without even batting an eye. I mean, he was just like, "You should get that." Didn't say, "Oh, what's it for? How much is it?" None of the normal questions that he would ask. No, it was just, "You should get that."
You should get it.
And so I was dying. I mean, I was cracking up and the owner, I was telling him, "I guess he thinks that this is gonna solve all of his problems."
If only.
I guess he thinks this is gonna make me a new woman.
I mean,
But I came home with it.
essential oils have some pretty good things, but I don't know if it's gonna solve all the
I
menopause
don't yeah,
problems.
and it was so funny because as soon as I bought it, I put it on, and, like, by the end of the day, he was like, "Well,
Well, did you see any difference?
is it working?"
Am I sweeter?
Oh, Neil Pollard.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would be nice if those things worked, and I know sometimes they do, but let me know. Let me know if I
Oh,
need some of that.
I've been putting it on every night. I wouldn't say that I feel sweeter, but it is very relaxing, and I'm sleeping good. I'm
Okay. Well, you
I'm
never
sure
know.
that helps. I'm sure that helps. And this wasn't a thrift store purchase, but this was a marketplace find. Look how
Oh,
cute these
fun.
are.
Yeah, I love that. I love the blue and white.
Courier and Ives
Mhm,
little set. They were extremely reasonably priced. The lady selling it lives down near WKU, and we had the hardest time lining up our schedules.
mhm.
She kept getting called out of town and stuff, and I finally said she had Venmo, and I was like, "Just let me go ahead and pay for it, and you can put it on the porch, and
Yeah,
I will come," and anyway, I finally was able to go pick that up Saturday afternoon, I think. I told Neil, I was like, "It's not worth this much trouble," just it's not that big of a deal, but we finally worked something out, and we were able to go pick it up, and then once I got it, I was glad I did. It's
that
great
looks
shape, super cute.
yeah,
Yeah.
that looks like you. So
Mhm.
our smoke detectors went off in the middle of the night last night, like, the
Oh,
battery,
no.
the little beep that well, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say the little, there's nothing little about it, and I it woke me up, of course, just the beep, and you immediately know it's the battery that needs to be changed, and I was thinking, there's of the 24 hours in every day, there's at least 18 that I'm awake, and it never happens in the daytime. It
And it
always
never
happens
does.
at night.
It does, yeah.
And John said that there's something about the ones in the other part of the house, all of the other detectors. We have a carbon monoxide detector, we have another smoke detector in the other side of the house. They hear when one goes off, and so they start going off. I guess it's a safety thing to wake other people up in the house. And so everything, he had to go, and it wasn't just enough to take the battery out. He had to take them off the wall, disconnect them, and all of this is like 3 in the morning, and I mean, I'm just laying there, you're trying to wake up, figure out what's going on, and I'm hearing clanking because he's having to pull the ladder out, the step ladder, and disconnect everything, and, oh,
Mhm.
so that's always a rude awakening, but I think, "Why can't they have
So,
it during the day?"
the exact same thing happened to us, and in the middle of the night, and it's the same thing, they're all connected somehow, and so and the same thing, you couldn't just turn them off or remove a battery Neil literally had to climb up ladders and pull
Yeah.
them off of the wall. Well, we have 3 floors in this house. And so we would think, "Okay, that's all of them," and then we're still hearing somewhere, "Eek." We're like,
Yeah.
"Where is that one?"
Yeah.
You know, so
In the attic.
no. I know, and then Ollie has gotten fearful in his old age, so he was a
Uh-huh.
nervous wreck. I mean, he was, like,
Has he calmed
shaking
down?
all over.
You've
He
talked
has at
about
night,
that
yeah.
lately.
He still acts a little bit anxious. You know, there's both of us reading with our little nightstand
Mhm.
lamps, and so as long as there's still one on, he's fine, but as soon as that whoever's left turns off their lamp, he shakes a little bit, but not for very long. It's not near as bad as it was. He's not pacing, he's not panting, you know, he just kinda it's like he's going, "Uh-oh, it just got dark." But
Like a
he
two-year-old.
yeah, but he settles, you know, within a minute or 2, he just settles right back down. So it's
Yeah.
way, way, way better. But that night that all that stuff went on, I actually had to go out to the car with him
Yeah.
because it took a while, you know, for Neil to remove all those and stop
Mhm.
that obnoxious but I had to go out and sit in the car in the middle of the night with Ollie.
With your number 4 child, Ollie.
That's right.
You know, it's interesting you say that because dogs, they just sense things I think that we don't.
Mhm.
As
Mhm.
obviously like the dogs that can detect when your sugar's too high or too low,
Oh, I know, it's amazing.
an epileptic seizure, they can alert you, and I think that's pretty fascinating.
Mhm.
Well, my
It
sister-in-law
is.
lost her father 2 days ago. My sister-in-law, Karen,
Oh.
her dad died, Raymond Peak, and
Oh.
they knew that it was imminent, but,
Mhm.
she's here. She's been there for weeks and weeks, and then she just came home about a week ago, and she said that her sister told her that their 2 little dogs, went one of them laid on one side of the bed, and the other one laid at the foot of the bed when her dad passed, and she said it just was something that they don't normally do. They're moving around, but the dogs, it was like they knew,
Oh,
and
man. Oh, Carla.
I know. Isn't it they just have this extra sense about comforting and knowing when things are going on. Yeah,
This
sorry.
is not even supposed to be that kinda episode, and
Yeah,
now I'm feeling extremely, like, wanting to cry right now.
okay. Alright, Shane. Here, I'll give you one
It's
more
like,
thing to cry about while it's
"Oh,
on my list.
great."
I couldn't even tell John about this yesterday without getting tears in my eyes. I came across a reel on one of the social media platforms of a photographer, and she was sitting on the ground, and it was she was taking a picture of a graduate. He was, like, walking away in his cap and gown, and then you notice that the Toy Story figures are on the ground. She's taking a picture from behind on the ground level, and Woody and Jesse have their hands in the air, like, waving. And so it was the dog, the stretchy dog, and Woody and Jesse, and
Mhm.
I can't remember the horse's name, Howdy or whatever it was, and one of the other animals, and they're all waving. And then it shows the picture, and I just sat there and cried, and I don't even have kids graduating. It was just so touching. I thought, "What a sweet, sweet goodbye," goodbye
Oh,
to childhood.
man.
Okay, that's all
Nobody
my sad things.
that's enough of that.
Okay, that's all my sad stuff.
Let's see, do you have any unsad things to share? I don't think I do.
Yeah, I'm
We're
good.
gearing up for Bible camp. We've got Big Reedy Bible camp coming up, and I'll have some things to talk about next time we get on here
Mhm.
because Neil and I are heading back to the Homestead Festival this
Yeah.
weekend, so I'll be able to share about that next week, but
One of these days, I'm gonna go to one of those.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a homesteader, but it just sounds so interesting to hear about the different well, I'm not a grower, I'm not a very good grower, I'm not a bread baker, but I just wanna go. I wanna be around people that do all those things, that do the things that I would like to do that I know I'll never do, so
That's
maybe
like what
some of
my
it will
sister
absorb.
said to me, "I want us to go to Florida together," and I said, "Why? You don't like being hot, you don't like seafood, you don't like to get your hands dirty,
Mhm. Need to pick a different place.
but other than that, it sounds amazing."
Why not? It sounds like a dream trip.
Ah, it was. We did have a good time when we went, but
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Okay, is there anything else you wanna share before we hop on to our favorite things?
Nope, I'm ready.
Alright, why don't you go first?
Okay. First one I'm going to show is a picture frame that I think that tiny spark people will really like. So you had painted this for me. and you also did this one for me.
Oh, that's cool.
But this it's a picture frame that's magnets.
Oh, I love that.
So, people with their tiny spark, which I should have pulled that out, but I didn't. But I was thinking and you can find these, they just have these little tiny magnets in the corners, and it's 5 by 7, but it would hold the smaller, 4 by 6, because I think these are 4 by 6. So, you just put your artwork in there,
Mhm,
and it
mhm,
snaps together, and, of course, you spend a little more time making it straight than I
mhm.
just did then. But then you can, switch them out easily. So each month, your little artwork, I think it would be a great thing to display. So I got it at Target, but I know Hobby Lobby has them and probably Michael's, places like that. Very inexpensive, less than
That's
$10.
cool, and it's double-sided. You could just turn it around,
Yeah. And that's what I do
and
with
you can go horizontal or vertical.
yeah. So I sometimes I leave this side showing and other times I turn it around in that side.
That is so
It's
neat. I
pretty
love
heavy
that.
acrylic magnetic. So it's just a picture frame, but I thought it would be fun to show for the tiny spark people with the artwork that you send. That would be a good way to display, and then you can change them out.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, my first one is well, it's not my first one, but it is now, frames also, but not near as cool, so I kinda don't wanna share them. But, I wanted when I was doing my studio, I wanted to frame a couple of my arts, and I, was looking at a lot of first we went to, like, Hobby Lobby and places like that, and I couldn't really find anything that I wanted, but this one, it's pretty basic wooden frame,
Mm,
but it's called gallery
mhm.
quality, and the glass itself is supposed to be tempered a little bit so that if you're hanging it, it doesn't show as much of a
There.
glare from the windows and things like that. But what I was impressed about was, the these little clips right here. A
Mhm.
lot of frames like this have those little sliding
Yeah.
things, but these are really different, and there is actually a groove. I don't know if I can do it without looking at it. There's a groove going around at the back of the wooden frame that slides in
Mhm.
and holds it in place, but it's really sturdy, and then it also comes with wire, it comes with extra nails, it comes with different types of hangers for your wall. It comes with a handwritten note thanking you for supporting the family business. It's just really, really good quality. So I got this one has the, square corners, and then I got this bigger one that has the rounded wood
Wow.
corners, but
I don't know that I've ever seen a rounded corner like that.
yeah, it's beautiful.
What's the
It's
name of the
beautiful.
company,
Um, it's called Homeforia, Homeforia, Homeforia.
and where'd you get it?
I ordered it on Amazon. I found it on Amazon, but it's a family company, so
Neat. Okay.
yeah.
I do like frames.
Mhm.
Okay, ready for my next one?
Yes.
Okay, my next one is I'm not much of a bumper sticker person. In fact, I'm not a bumper sticker person,
Mhm.
but I do like this. I found out the He is Greater Than I. It's a I was just getting ready to put this on my car because the one that I have on there now is starting to peel. It's been on there for
Mhm.
about 3 years now, but it's a company that is in Hawaii, and when we went there the first time when the Arbuckles were there,
Mhm.
I found it, and I mean, I didn't find it, I think they showed it to me, but it's a conversation piece because it looks you when you look at it, you think I remember people have said to me, "What is techie?" Because it looks like hecky. But it's he is greater than I, so it's like a
Mhm.
conversation piece, and you're, with something like this, you're advertising your faith, but in a way that kinda makes you think. But they make them in a what this is called, the water print, but they have another one that they do that's all looks like a bunch of Hawaiian shirts, and, it stays on the car really well. I put it on the back of the windshield, not on the bumper, so it's
Mhm.
on glass, but they're just easy to put on, it's just a transfer. Um, and
That's
you just
pretty.
yeah, I always like this on my car, and I've seen several others, so when we
Mhm.
pass, I'm like, "Hey, he is greater than I." So and they
Yeah,
have
I love that.
T-shirts, and they have caps, and they have tote bags and things like that, but I
Mhm.
like their I guess it's not really a bumper sticker, but sorta.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
good one.
my number 2.
Okay, my next one is where'd it go? Oh, okay, so this is I've talked about my Captain Caveman hair on here before. Now that I've ditched the dye,
Mhm.
in case this is your first time listening and you don't have gray hair, friends, gray hair has a mind of its own and it kind of does this little wild sticking out wiry thing. But this I've tried a bunch of different things and honestly, most of the time, I just don't worry about it. It's just gonna do what it's gonna do, and I don't care, but sometimes I do care, and usually I use, bed heads. They have, like, a little wax,
Mhm.
that I'll kind of smooth on the top of my hair, but I found this taming wand by Kitsch.
Yeah, I like kitsch stuff.
Yeah, and it works more like a mascara wand, so it looks just like a mascara wand, see?
Okay.
And so you can keep it in your purse, and if you're hypothetically speaking, say you go to church and then you run into the restroom really quick and you're like, "What in the world?" You can just pull this out and smooth it down really easy. So, see?
Cool.
Just yeah.
And then
And
your
you
hair
can
doesn't
go up
have
under
tangles
if
on it
you
anymore.
pull your hair it's not just for older women, like girls that do ballet, girls that pull their hair back and they
Mhm,
want that slick ponytail look,
mhm.
they'll use it for all those fine baby hairs around their face and stuff like that, but
Does it make
I've
it
been really happy
tall?
with it.
Does it make it, like, stiff?
No. No, it doesn't.
What's it called again?
It's called the Taming Wand by Kitsch
Oh,
Kish, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kitsch,
yeah.
for
Kitsch.
slicking flyaways and frizz.
Okay, good
It's
to
like a
know.
little mascara wand,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, see,
And
look
it's not
how I just
expensive.
complained about that to you before we started recording because I could
I
see
know.
little things up here. Can you
Yeah, you
pass it
even
back
said
through and let me have it?
yeah, and it grows like this, like, it's
Yeah.
like
Like you said, what in the world is going on up there?
mhm, yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
anyway, yeah, I told you said that and I laughed because I was like, "Well" you even used the exact words, "Captain Caveman here," and I was like,
Mhm.
"Well, we're gonna talk about that."
Good one. I'm gonna have to get some of that.
Yep. What you got?
My next one is that I have become a big fan of wallpaper behind bookshelves,
Mhm,
and you can
mhm.
see
Yes,
paper in it.
love that.
And in my pantry that Micah did, I put wallpaper behind those shelves. So I'm thinking about doing it in the big bookcase or the built-ins in my living room. So I ordered a bunch of samples. You can get them. There's a place called Loomwell. I mean, there's places everywhere you can get samples, but Loomwell, I think, is where I got these. I've
It's
got gray. I
pretty.
also like this one,
Mhm,
but I mean, you can get them where it's got a little place that shows the big pattern and then the actual size.
mhm,
And then you can this one's gonna be too dark, but I like it. This is what actually is behind my pantry shelves, but in a light green. But it's just fun, and it adds a little bit of color, and
yeah, that's
this is
pretty.
a repositionable, so if you it's not like the old wallpaper. If you once it's on, and there's no going back. You can
Mhm,
down and then re-smooth it, and then it's not permanent. You can take it down. It's almost like sticky notes, but
mhm.
it's, stronger than sticky note glue, but I just
I
think
should put some of that in my laundry room, is it reasonable?
I mean, there's always discounts. So
Mhm,
anytime you go look at this one is painted paper, and I mentioned Loomwell. I can't remember the names of others, but they're all over the internet, and
mhm,
you can always get a discount code. I don't ever buy anything online without searching for a discount code for
yeah,
whoever it is I'm looking into. So, I mean, for your laundry room, it can be too expensive because it's not all that huge behind that,
yeah, it's not. Mhm,
but
it's
it
pretty
just adds a
small.
little bit of whimsy and color and fun.
Hmm,
So
I like it.
wallpaper behind shelves.
Very cute, very
Yeah.
cute. Alright, so my next one I'm wearing,
Oh, I love
um
those.
yeah, so this is a bracelet for those of you who are not watching, it's a beaded bracelet, and this one is called Mexican onyx, that's the stone, and I found it on Amazon, it was in my wish list for my birthday,
Mhm.
and, but they've got a lot of different options, so different types of I like semi-precious stones and things like that, so they have a lot of different options and, some that are more pink or more turquoisey or,
Mhm.
whatever. I like these natural
Neutral.
kind yeah, neutral colors. But the thing about this one is you can wear it as a necklace also.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked like
So
a necklace.
yeah, you can wear it as a necklace and you can even double it over and wear it as a shorter necklace, or you can just wrap, which is why I got it. You can just wrap it around your wrist multiple times and wear it as like stacked bracelets, which I love.
Yeah.
So, and the funny thing is, I have a lot of different beaded bracelets because I enjoy them. Neil has never once commented on it, but the first time I wore this, he said something about it. He was like, "That's really pretty."
Mhm.
So this one's Mexican onyx, and it came on this card right here, so the brand is Scout.
Cool.
You can wear it as a bracelet or a necklace. Oh, the Mexican onyx is the stone of confidence. So,
Okay. Well, you're feeling
first I've
extra
got
confident
my
today.
menopause roller and my bracelet. I'm unstoppable.
If only.
This says it's gonna awaken my inner strength. What?
Well, you're feeling extra strong today, right? I think I
That's
would like
right.
that because
The
I
Wonder Woman cuff is what it is.
yeah, well, I don't like the ones that dangle because if I'm typing or doing
Yeah.
whatever, they clank
Mhm,
and they just get me in my way, but I think I would like that
mhm,
since it
mhm,
clings to your wrist.
mhm.
Cool,
Yeah, I
good,
love it.
okay.
Mhm.
Alright, my next one is a person to follow on social media, and her name is Anna Lapwood, and she is a conductor and an organist. She is the official organist for the Royal Albert Hall in the UK, and I don't
Oh, I think I've seen her, yeah.
she's so fun to watch, and I mean, when you look at those big, huge organs, there's, like, buttons everywhere, and there's keys everywhere, and then there's all kinds of pedals at their feet,
Mhm,
and she what's fun, I think, to watch about her is that she gets up there or she'll have her phone. So you're watching what she's recording on her phone, not a professional recording of her, and you can see her face while she's playing, and she's just swept away by the music. She's having so much fun. She looks like she's just having the time of her life. And she plays things like Superman and Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean and the Phantom of the Opera and things like that that are it's just I love watching her videos and they're usually,
mhm,
3 or 4 minutes long. It's not the whole performance. You'd have to go to
mhm,
a performance to hear all of it. But where she puts her phone to record, you can see all of the movements of her hands because she's going up and down and around and then you can see what her feet are doing and how she's having I can't even imagine. But I think the organ is one of those things that you hear it, but you don't really know that that's what you're hearing. You know what I mean? It's like
mhm,
background.
mhm,
But then when you're watching her and you can hear the Phantom of the Opera is such a huge organ piece, and it just you can feel it in your chest, that da-da-da. I can't even do it any more justice,
da-da-da-da-da.
yeah. But her name is Anna Lapwood, and she's young. I mean, she's gotta be in
Mhm,
her 30s,
mhm.
and like I said, she's the official organist for the Royal Albert Hall in London, so obviously she's talented, but she travels. She goes to Australia, plays in the what's the name of that interesting looking
And
symphony
Sydney.
in Sydney, yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
Anyway, Anna Lapwood, she's just a lot of fun to watch, and I love music, and I love people that love music, and she
mhm.
loves what she does, you can tell. So, go follow her.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, and I think what's so intriguing about it is like what you were saying, you don't ever think about the organ. We only think about what we can see, and
Mhm.
this is a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And, I've never seen it before.
Mhm.
I've never seen somebody play one before and what all's involved with that, and like you say, you can tell she's having a good time and she loves what she's doing. It's like opening up a
Yeah.
whole new world, never even knew existed.
She's giggling the whole time, like, she'll be with her hands on the keys waiting for her cue, and I think there must be a mirror that she can see the conductor behind her because she'll make little notes on her phone. It'll say, "Big smile from the conductor" when she comes in, and she'll just giggle because she's having the best time, so I
That's
love
awesome.
watching hers, yeah.
Mhm. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good one. Well, since you did that one, I think I've mentioned this on here before, but I'm gonna throw it out there again. It's a YouTube channel called Acre Homestead. And, she is all about gardening, mostly cooking. She does a lot of cooking recipes, and her videos are not short. So it's not like you're gonna go on there,
Isn't it?
yeah, and watch for 10 or 15 minutes. They're like an hour, hour and a half, but what she's doing is, like, she has a lot of people over, she has company over all the time, and she'll take you through that meal from start to finish.
Mhm.
All the things that she made. She does a lot of excuse me, she does a lot of meal prepping. So, she'll say, she's packing up 30 meals for the deep freezer this week, and she walks you through step by step. But aside from the fact that it's just extremely practical, but she has an adorable personality. She's not trying, she's not trying to be a certain way. She's just who she is. It comes across that way. She's just who she is. She makes mistakes. She gets things wrong. If she doesn't know something, she'll say, I really don't know. What do you guys think? Or she's
Refreshing.
just very, yeah, easy to watch and likable. But also, I've made a lot of her recipes and a lot of the things that she cooks. She's getting the recipe from somewhere. Like, she'll say, "This week I wanted to try 5 new crock pot recipes." And so she'll share the links to them, she'll share the changes that she made. But one of the things that I really appreciate about her is she actually does know how to cook, and she shares a lot of technique.
Mm,
So she'll say, the recipe says add the onions in with the ground beef, and she said, "But you don't ever wanna do that." You wanna put your ground beef in there, and then she talks about how to get that good color on your ground beef, which is where the flavor is. Take all that out and then add the onions, because the onions sweating is gonna bring up the flavor from the ground, so she
mm,
tells you technique
mhm,
and does that a lot. I feel like I've learned a lot from her. Sometimes I just have it on when I'm in the kitchen background noise because it encourages me, it inspires me, so Acre Homestead. She has a ton of videos, a ton of recipes, um, and she's a hard worker, she's not afraid of hard work, so
Is it, like, real time as she's preparing, or is it edited? Like
she does edit, you'll see a lot of chopping, but then you'll see her skipping ahead and she's chopped up all 3 onions,
mhm,
because she's doing, like, freezer meals or something, so,
mm,
yeah.
sounds good. Acre Homestead.
Mhm. Acre Homestead.
Okay. Alright, my next one, this is kind of a dumb one maybe, but I like IKEA's Ziploc bags. Like I said, it's kinda dumb, but I do. I like their bags because they have patterns on them. They're cheap. So if you have an IKEA around you, they're probably cheaper than the Ziplocs and the whatever the other brands are, but they're different. They're just a different size. Like, this is one of them. That this
Hmm,
is one that's in this box, which is 6 liters, 6 quarts. That wouldn't be the same, would it? Liters and quarts are not the same.
I have no idea.
Well, I don't either, but it says
Um
6L and 6 quart at the same time. And then there's 2 sizes in one box, and the other size is 4.5 liters or 5 quarts. So, there's 2 different sizes boxes, and in each box is 2 sizes. And this one
Huh,
is just it's like I put, like if I freeze, hamburger buns or something like that, I'll put them in a
mhm,
big one like this so that they're not touching and not getting crushed, whatever. But then they have smaller ones that are more like the quart-sized and the other ones that we typically use, but they're just fun because they have patterns on them, like, that's the pattern on the smaller one that's in this box, and that's the pattern, and I'm just easily entertained, so IKEA, it's fun. IKEA is just a fun store. If you've got a couple hours and you can just go slow, maybe even 3 hours. John does
mhm,
not like IKEA, so he'll drop me off and he'll go somewhere else, but it's in the kitchen section, and they have neat ideas for things, how to
mhm,
display, how to store, and they always have and they change with the seasons, so
hmm,
whenever I go, I stock up because it's not, it's an hour away from here, and way
yeah. Can you order IKEA stuff online?
I know that there are some places that you can. In fact, San Marcos has one now that's more of an order and pick up kinda place, and it's
Okay.
not full size, but I don't know if they have everything, like, I don't
Oh,
know if
okay.
so if they don't have it all, I don't know if you can only order what they have in the small store and pick it up,
Mhm.
or if they like if you order from the big store and they bring it and you pick it up there. So I don't know.
Hmm, okay.
They're just
This is
fun.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. Well, so my next one is also kind of strange.
So you're admitting that that one was strange.
No, I'm just you said it.
I did, and I admit it.
It's not strange. It's a body brush. You ever use these?
Yeah,
I haven't. I've been hearing about it here and there, and I was like I need one more thing,
yeah.
to
Something else
do.
hanging in the shower.
But well, this is a dry one. This is
Oh,
a dry brush.
okay.
Yeah, so it's it's dry body brushing. So what you do is and it feels really good. Not only does it have the bristles, but it's got these little nubbies in here that kind of massage your skin while you're doing the dry brushing. But what you do is before you shower, you go along your skin, a little bit of pressure go along your skin toward your heart. So if you're doing your legs, you do up toward your heart and your arms toward your heart. And it's supposed to be good for circulation, for cellulite, things
Not that
like
we have
that.
any of that.
No, we don't. Of course not. No way, Jose.
Mm.
But if anybody did, and it's so good for your skin, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever," but I really have felt a big difference,
Mm.
and, it doesn't take very long to do, and so now I just keep it in the windowsill in my bathroom so I'll remember just to do a little dry brushing before I hop in the shower, so I really have been pleased with this one, and I'll share the link.
Okay.
Um, can't tell you the brand because all it has is this little bee
Yeah.
on there, and I don't remember the name of it, but when I look up the link, I'll be able to
Okay.
share it.
Cool. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that that's not for hair. So because I'm thinking
Yeah.
arm hair is that long that you need to brush, then
Ew,
there
gross.
might be another product that you need worse
You need the taming wand for that.
or something else. We're multifunction here. Okay. My next one is this little
Oh.
what do you think this does?
That is you attach it to your KitchenAid stand
Mhm.
and put something in it and something else comes out. I don't
You're very close. Okay, it is a flower funnel. I haven't taken the sticker off of it yet.
Oh, so it doesn't fly everywhere.
Right. So you attach this
Oh.
to the KitchenAid where you unscrew it, and like when you put your flour in when you're making
Mhm,
cookies, and you're supposed to do it slow, but you don't have time, whatever, and it all explodes out of your mixer. This eliminates that. So you plug it in, put your dry ingredients, and it's kind of narrow, like you can see it narrows down right here. So it doesn't
mhm.
all go in at once, and you can, push it down, but it just directs it directly into your
Hmm,
bowl and keeps it from becoming a mess.
that is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I mine came with a guard
Yeah.
that you can place on the bowl, and then it's got a little chute so that when you're gradually adding your flour to
Mhm.
the recipe, it doesn't fly everywhere, but I think I like the looks of that one better because it
Well, yeah, I have one of those too. No, comes in 2 pieces and you click it down.
mine's in one piece.
Mine was 2 and it was always kind of challenging to click it down to make it fit. I
Mhm,
know this is one of those, luxury things that you don't really need, but it's been helpful to make cakes,
mhm.
cookies, and, anything that you use your KitchenAid mixer for to put ingredients in slowly. This one came from the
Yeah,
Cookie Countess.
powdered sugar.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, my next one is a tote bag.
Love tote bags.
And I know this one is so cute. The best thing about this is well, first of all, the color.
Definitely your color.
I love this kind of meadow sage green, and it's corduroy, so I love that too. And it has snaps. It's got 3 snaps. Look at that. And a
What are
pocket
all of them for?
just to close it up
Oh. Oh,
if you want to
okay.
close it. I guess if
Yeah.
you're going through the airport and you don't want your stuff to slide out when you go in there,
Mhm.
but um it's pretty good size but not overly big. I feel like it's that just right, Goldilocks just right
Mhm.
kind of bag. But the best part about it is it was $8.99.
Nice.
and it's very well made, and it's corduroy, which I love,
Mhm.
and, just the right size, and it comes in all different colors, of course, and patterns. You can get some that are like cream with little cherries on them. I mean,
Okay.
they're just all different kinds, but I just needed some small thing just to kinda grab and go if I wanna just take a book and a little water tumbler or, whatever, just something like that to hang in my studio, and found this one and ordered it because it was $8.99 and didn't really expect very much and absolutely love it.
Huh.
And I'm thinking about going back and ordering some more for gifts
Yeah.
and things like that, but I'll share the link
Amazon?
to that too. Yeah.
And it was Amazon?
Yes, yes.
Of course. Cool. I love tote bags. I have a thing for tote
I
bags.
know.
Okay. This has been in my favorite things before, but it deserves a second round of it's my little, chainsaw, my mini chainsaw, because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
used it much more since the last time that I recommended it, and the brand it's just, it's something John found it on Amazon, but Seesii, Seeesii, and it's all dirty now because I had it outside, but it's just this size, and you put a battery on the bottom. You get you an extra battery so you can charge while you're using it, but it smells like cedar. I feel like I don't know, what's the name of the guy that Paul Bunyan in the forest, because we have all kinds of cedars out here, and I've cut down, I mean, big ones. I don't cut down
Mhm,
trees, but they're a
mhm.
good size. I mean, a tree with a trunk like a cedar with a trunk that size can be 15 feet high. So, um, I have done a lot of cleaning out of the cedars in the front yard. Cedars suck up all the water so that the oaks can't get the water. So, we're just trying to get rid of some of the undergrowth that's out there, and we're doing it all by hand. It's good exercise, but I love this. The CC cordless pruning saw is what it's called, but I call it a mini chainsaw, and it makes me feel more powerful when I say I'm using my chainsaw today.
Yeah, I need to get one of those for myself. I
You
got
would
one
love
for one of
it.
the boys, like, 3 or 4 years ago,
Mhm.
and they love it, and Neil has full-length chainsaws, which I'm never gonna use. I'm just not that kinda
Yeah,
girl, but we are constantly
yeah.
needing it mainly to trim the lower limbs of all of our trees so that we
Mhm.
can mow around them and things like that, and I should get one of those for me just so I don't have to wait on Neil to get out there and tackle it.
You would love it, and that's the
Mhm.
thing is sometimes I don't wanna wait for John. I'm trying to clear this spot, my goal for the day is to clear this spot, and otherwise having to wait for him to get the big chainsaw out. Some things, like I said, you can't do with this.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's powerful. It's never once has it jammed up. And I'm gonna jinx myself now, but I haven't had to change out the chain. It's never
Mhm.
hung up on anything. So
Nice.
again, a real little powerhouse, and I just love
Yeah,
it. So
good.
that is 2 recommendations for me for this little mini chainsaw.
Okay, very good. Okay, so my next one is a wobbly. Have you seen these?
Uh, oh, yeah, I know. Okay, so you stand on it?
Yes. So I've talked before about my standing desk because I've found myself spending more time on my laptop, which meant I was sitting more, and I was not used to that. I've always been more of a moving around all throughout the day, but so I got the standing desk. Neil got it for me, and I love it. Well, then I heard about the wobbly, and it's got like a little this has grippies on it so it doesn't slip slide around if you have hardwood floors or whatever. But you have to balance on it. So you can put this I mean, you don't I use it at the standing desk. You don't. You can just stand on it
Mhm.
just as part of your strength training or whatever. But I put this on the floor in front of my standing desk and then stand on it while I'm working, and it works your core
Okay.
without you even realizing it. Um, and it's not really hard. It's not like you're struggling the whole time you're doing it. Now, some people do squats on it. So that would be hard.
I'd face plant if I did that.
I think I tried that once. So, if you're advanced, you could do that too, but it's just, it's doesn't take up a lot of space. I just keep it in the little walk-in closet in my
Mhm.
room where the standing desk is, and then every now and then I pull it out and I'll stand on this for, you know, 20 minutes or something like that just to work my core without even thinking about it for a
Mhm.
while, but, like I say, you can do squats on it, some people use it for their push-ups. 'Cause you can put it on the floor and put your hands on the handles and then do your push-ups down from there. I mean, you can do all kinds of floor exercises on it too, but I really like it. I
Cool.
mean, I'm not even sure if it's called the wobbly, honestly.
You just call it that.
I call it that. The brand is Pro Iron, but I'll find the real name for it and share the link.
It doesn't vibrate though.
It does not.
Okay.
No, no.
Because 'Cause I've seen those too. That
Yeah, it's just all about forcing you to balance. You're
Mhm.
constantly trying to hold your balance, which
Yeah.
engages your core, so
That probably makes it easier on your knees, I'm thinking too, if you're standing still, because that could be a problem for me. It makes my knees hurt to stand still, but if you're moving them around, that would be better.
well, yeah, the reason I got it is because at the standing desk, every now and then I would just kind of, like, march in place or I'd kick my legs back, just to get a little
Mhm.
while I was standing there, and then when I saw that, I thought, "That's genius," because you're standing there anyway, so you might as well get in a little core workout while you're at it.
Mhm. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. My next one is I love this little uh it's a little stirrup that I use as a napkin holder.
that's cute.
And I just love using old things like this, kind of thinking, and I didn't come up with this on my own. I think I saw this on Kay Young's table the first time. And so I went looking in antique stores and it was probably, I don't know, less than $10. And I just keep napkins in it. But I've seen other things like um, a potato masher that has a wide opening at the bottom that
Mhm.
you can take your napkins in there as well. But
Cute.
just thinking of things older, it makes me wonder, like, what do I have sitting on my desk right now that I use that someone later it's gonna be an antique and they're gonna use it to decorate with? Because this is an old stirrup that people put their dirty feet in and rode horses, but now I'm putting my napkins that we wipe our mouths on in. But
I wonder if we have so much stuff a lot of our stuff is synthetic and plastic and, not
yeah.
real raw materials or
Mhm,
wood or things like that. I love people who can think outside the box because that is not a strength of mine, and if
mhm.
it's not called a napkin holder, it would never dawn on me to put napkins in it.
Yeah, yeah, I look at other people's things and what they do. I was looking this morning for my potato masher because I had one that I've used to put napkins in, and then I saw somebody else used it. It's got the wide part at the bottom, but then the stick part that you mash with, they had put a roll of paper towels on the top, and so that was their paper towel holder. So,
That's
yeah,
cute.
yeah, I love
Ah,
things like that.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Alright, my next one is an eyeshadow by Number 7.
Number
That
7.
brand.
Mhm,
Yeah, I like that brand. I told you on here recently that Cheryl Turner got me their mascara, which I really enjoyed. This is a cream eyeshadow. I'm leaning more towards cream blushes and cream eyeshadows and things like that. This is called Gilded Glimmer, cream eyeshadow, and then the shade that I got is called Velvet Smoke. It looks kind of dark
mhm.
on here, but it doesn't go on that dark. I don't know if you can see. Did that show up?
It's like a shadow.
Yeah, but it's buildable. So you can if you just want like an everyday, I'm just going out real quick and I want something on, you can just do a thin layer or you can go back and add more to it
Mhm.
and make it a little bit more dark or vibrant or whatever. But I love the color. It goes with everything, everything. So, number 7, Gilded Glimmer Cream Eyeshadow, and this color is called Velvet Smoke. But of course, they have a bunch of different other colors.
And you just use your finger.
I just use my finger.
I've started
Yep.
using the sticks that are cream eyeshadows,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah.
but then I use my finger to blend it, so that would eliminate the need to do that. But
Mhm.
you're gonna look
Mhm.
down at your hand later today and think you have a bruise.
It does look that way. Yeah, and also I'm trying to figure out I have nothing over here to wipe my finger on, and my next item is clothing. So,
Well,
this'll be interesting. I'm gonna
that
be
wipe them on your pants.
uh, actually, I could do that.
How many more do we have? Because I've got some
I
back.
only have one more.
Okay, I'm gonna do I'll just do this. Okay, food, of course, and it's an
What's
open bag.
that?
Organic coconut rolls.
Hmm.
I think I found these at Sam's, but they are addictive, sorry. They look like this. They look like the little, when you go get gelato and they put one down in your gelato, but they're shorter than those. So you can have 9 of them for 160 calories. So that seems
Ooh,
like
that's not bad.
I mean, they're short. This is like you can maybe make 2 bites out of it. So if you do 2 bites, I usually just grab a couple and that satisfies my sweet tooth. But, the kids like them. You can use them as a straw if you
Hmm.
want, just for fun. But mostly I just it's all organic stuff in it, so they're practically good, healthy for you. But the brand is I don't know. It doesn't say what brand it is, but it's just called Organic Crispy Coconut Rolls. And I
So
think
is it flavored coconut or is there
yes,
actually coconut in it?
it's coconut flavor. It's got coconut
Okay.
sugar, I think is why it's called that. The
Okay.
ingredients are, I read it somewhere, organic coconut milk, organic tapioca starch, organic coconut sugar, organic egg, organic black sesame seeds, and salt.
Hmm.
So they're
Sounds good.
very, very tasty, and I am now addicted to them.
Mhm. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And, I haven't eaten yet today, and as soon as you brought that up, my stomach started growling.
Well, all right.
All right, my last one, is a skirt, or actually skirts that I've gotten into wearing more midi and maxi skirts
Mhm.
recently, and, I found this one particular brand that I like so much. I had it on my wish list, and I liked it so much, I have multiples of it. The brand is Husk Ari. It's 2 words,
Amazon?
Husk and then ARY, I don't know. But, so anyway hang on, let me set that aside. So I got this cream colored one, and it's kind of tiered, a
Mm.
little bit, but it's the best part about it is it's lined.
No slip.
Yeah, so you know how hard it now I do wear a slip with this lighter one because I
Yeah.
still don't wanna take any chances. But you know how hard it is to find something that's lined, and so it's got an elastic waist, but it doesn't feel poofy. Sometimes if I get an elastic waisted pant or skirt, I feel like it adds bulk, and
Yeah.
it's not very flattering, and I would rather have, like, a flat button, kind of a thing, but this one doesn't do that, and so I ended up getting this one and then also this butterscotch color,
Mhm.
and, this one, I held it up to the window, and I'm not gonna need to wear a skirt with this one, so I've already worn this one and loved it. I haven't worn this one yet, but I'm looking forward to wearing it. But anyway, I wore this one to church, and so many people it was not expensive at all, but I wore it to church, and so many people came up to me and said something about my skirt.
Huh.
And it's not like it's, anything special about it. So, anyway, I'm very, very happy with that. And then I found this one also. Look at that. Isn't that
Well,
pretty?
that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of more of a geometric design, which isn't
Same
like me.
brand?
No, this one is not. This one is Lapunuo.
Amazon.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's also, this one's got one of those built-in belts, which I don't really ever wear. I usually take those off.
Mm.
But this one is also maxi length, and, it's got a good weight to it. It's different weight, different material than these, but anyway, they're all just neutral enough that I can wear them with so many things already, tops. I
Yeah.
can wear them with those Old Navy t-shirts that we have, or I can wear
Mhm.
them with a cuter cotton top or, a little short sleeve sweater,
Yeah.
so
I
mhm.
love a good skirt, and it's hard to find. I don't know. I have a hard time finding them the right length because most of
Yeah.
them are too short and just I I'm kinda a little picky about them. But and also the T-shirt, if it comes down too far over
Mhm.
then it just makes me feel wider at the hip area. So I'm gonna have to check that out because they look like something I would like.
Yeah, long tops do not look good on my body shape and, because 'cause I'm wider in the hips. And so that's what I'm kind of building right now
Mhm.
is and it's harder to find, but a shirt that hits me just right.
Yeah,
You know, it's not too short, but it's not long.
yeah,
And you definitely need something like that with these kinds of skirts.
yeah. Well, that's what I
Well,
got
no,
those Old
I
Navy
would
shirts.
say somebody with my body shape does. You know, if you're just willowy, tall and willowy
Yeah,
and thin and then you can wear whatever you want pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, we love you anyway, but
Yeah, we're happy for you.
yeah, well,
Okay,
I'll check that
so
out.
are you done or did you have another one?
I have some others. Let me do one more and then I can be done.
Okay.
These these are I travel with these. They're face towels.
Mhm.
Um, and my grandmother wouldn't like it because they're throwaway, but sometimes, like when we go overseas, a lot of times they don't have washcloths in the hotels. And these are they fold, unfold. They're heavier and they have one side has more of a texture. And I also use them, I pack with them so that if there's something that needs cushioning, I can use these. And then I use them for a face towel. But I keep them around the house and I don't use these all the time to wash my face. But when
Mhm.
I do, then I don't know if this is gross or not, but then after I wash my face, I wipe the sink and clean the sink and the countertop around it. So I feel like I'm using it for multiple things, not just throwing
Mhm.
away paper
That's smart.
towel,
Mhm.
or I'll wipe the baseboards or something like that. But especially for if you travel a lot, you can use these to cushion things in your suitcase and then use them to wash your face when there's no washcloth. And sometimes it kind of grosses me out to use something on my face that somebody else has used that I don't know. I try not to think about it too much because, you know, you just don't wanna think about some things too much, so I might just rather bring my own washcloth, thank you very much. But
Yeah,
they're
you
like
know how hotels
50 of them.
hotels like to provide that black
Mhm.
washcloth, and they'll call that their your makeup remover cloth, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not using that."
There might have been something else removed with that. Yeah.
I
I am
wanna
not
be able to
squeamish.
see.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a very squeamish person about stuff like that, but there are some things, if I think about them too long, I'm just not gonna do that. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
probably should just not think about it.
I ain't gonna do it.
No, not going there.
So do those have something on them, or it's just a cloth?
No, it's just a cloth.
Just a
I mean,
cloth. Okay.
it's basically like a heavy paper towel, but,
Mhm.
when you put water on them, they don't tear. It's hard to tear
Mhm.
them. They're much thicker than a paper towel.
Okay.
Um, on the back, it says it's thickened fabric, extremely soft, extra large. There's no smell. Thank you. You can use them dry and wet. I've never used them dry, but I guess you could. Um, and then there's no pilling. So, it's a luxury thing. It's not something
Mhm.
that our grandmothers would like because I would
Yeah.
think they would consider it wasteful. But there are certain occasions when you need a portable, disposable face cloth.
Yeah, especially when traveling.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, good one.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're ready to move on, what are you guys having for dinner tonight?
I don't know. I was too busy trying to find things that I love. I still haven't tried that dirty spaghetti, so I might do that tonight.
Mhm.
I just need to go get some Boursin because that sounded really good and interesting, and so I might try that tonight.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
nothing
found a
new.
recipe for a sheet pan Greek chicken
Yum.
that we're gonna and it's, chicken breast that you just chunk up, you know, but it's got, like, purple onions and lemon slices and, some potato slices and lots of olive oil and seasonings and garlic and all that kinda stuff, and you just cook it all in a sheet pan. And then they served it over a bed of arugula, which I happen to have, and I love arugula, so I'm gonna do that too, but
Mhm.
that's what we're gonna try tonight. Last night, I roasted a whole chicken in an iron skillet, and I had, the potatoes and carrots and onions underneath it, and then I made this little spread that I rubbed all over the chicken, and for whatever reason, it turned out perfectly.
Mm,
Like, it was this doesn't always happen for me with roasted chicken, but it was, like, the juiciest, most tender chicken, and I only did it because I needed to make some more chicken stock with the
mm,
carcass.
mhm.
So I've got that going in the slow cooker right now, but it actually turned out really good, and that's one of those meals that, makes me feel very satisfied, like, to roast a whole chicken feels very homemakery to me. I know that sounds weird, but like that with a good spring salad and a good bread and, light some candles and it's just all the whole cozy feels. But it doesn't always turn out fantastic. Sometimes it's a little drier or whatever. So
Did you
I
put lemon
usually end
in
up,
it?
did I what?
Put lemon in it?
Yeah, I put a whole lemon cut it in half and stuck it in the cavity. Um, But I usually end up just going and getting a rotisserie chicken from
Mhm.
Sam's because they're so much cheaper
Yeah,
and bigger, and, we'll eat the meat off of that, and then I'll use the carcass to make stock. But this time I was like, "I want a roasted chicken."
yeah. Courtney has told me that that rotisserie chickens are a loss leader. They call them loss leaders for stores because they cost more to do than they charge, but it brings you in the store, and then you buy all of the things to go with your meal. So,
That makes sense.
yeah, because I wonder that too. You can't buy a whole chicken
Mm-mm.
that's not cooked for less than the one that's already cooked, and rotisseries are so usable and not flexible is not the word I want, but I can't think of it. But I just wanna come eat at your house every night.
Well, the chicken thing, the price hasn't gone up.
Yeah,
I mean, at Kroger, it's expensive and they're more small, but at Sam's or Costco, you get this ginormous, juicy roasted chicken for $4.99, and
yeah,
it's been that way for decades, it seems
mhm,
like, I can see what she's saying
yeah,
because then I bought a twin pack of raw chickens, and it was expensive.
mhm,
And I was like, I know it costs more, but I really just want to roast my own and use that to make my chicken stock.
yeah,
And
yeah. I have learned that you have to get all the meat off the rotisserie chicken if you're gonna use it later. Like, it's we eat a lot of it right off the when we bring it home, but
mhm.
it's not very good if you leave it on the bone the
I
next day.
don't ever do
Some people,
that, yeah.
but
Mhm,
I don't. But if you take it off and freeze it
mhm.
or save it, it's better.
Yeah, yeah. Alright,
Yeah,
so, I think that's it. Are we good? The whole episode was a something good for
yeah.
you, so I didn't.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I mean, I've got 2 more things, but no, I don't need to.
Okay, save those for next time.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Well, I enjoyed it, I know it's a lot of silly stuff, but we always have fun talking
Mhm.
about it. I always get excited when I know we're doing this because it's just show and tell.
Yeah. It's easy.
And I like seeing what you're using and what you've got.
Mhm. Me
"Oh, what
too.
is that? What snack is that? What are you doing with
Mhm.
that?"
Yeah. I get lots of good ideas from you.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Hope you have a really great rest of your week. And until next time,
Keep looking up.
all right, love you, friend.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.